watching Justin perform because there's always one dude, and tonight he was over there in the middle of a trick and just goes, "What the fuck?" Just that exclamation. He just keep fucking down. Your next comedian is one of my closest friends, and we do a little podcasty thing together. He is 1/3 of the Nerdist podcast. Please welcome Jonah. Everybody, big scene yourself. I'm following fucking sorcery. That's impossible. It's like, and I made a man levitate. Now the court jester will have his jingle bells and excite you all. Oh, look at him. Kill him. Fucking kill him. You're excited. I'm excited. I've been drinking. So, of course, the fucking, I saw a groundhog. I was like, man, this is a great festival. We got everything here. I always like festivals because I've always wanted to see bands I love in the most inconvenient setting ever with a bunch of assholes. I turned 30 just the other week, and now I'm realizing every time I was like, it's like, oh, they're playing? That's like one of my favorite bands. Where is it? They don't got seats there. I don't want to. I need a seat near someone that's serving me booze so I can watch The Promise Ring in peace. I did turn 30, and there's something I'm realizing now is that, like, as I'm growing up to be an adult, that there's certain things that I always thought, just aspects of being an adult that now don't make sense to me. I remember, like, growing up, I'd like talk to these older guys and always be like, yeah, you know, whenever I'm in like a tough time in my life, I think about the lyrics of like Bob Dylan or you know, John Lennon or Jim Morrison. You know, like it's like, you know, I think about a Doors lyric and it just makes me feel good. And I realized, I used to think like, man, that's great. You're getting all your, you know, inspiration out of rock and roll. That's cool. I like that. And then I realized this is a guy, an adult man in his like 50s or 60s that's listening to the advice of some shithead drugged out 21-year-old from Venice Beach Boardwalk. Imagine like your dad now going, it's like, oh, I'm having a tough time. I'm gonna go down the boardwalk and give a fucking Trustafarian kid a buck and see what kind of advice he gives me. Hey, the sun's not a sun unless it's in the sky, right, brother? All right, kid. But because it's like now, like old music, now you're supposed to pay respect to it. Just think about now. Earlier in the show, there was a kid. There was a kid who was born in 1995, and he clearly was walking by himself, and he was a normal person. He was a person, a full person that could talk too, and he was born in '94. That scared me. That shouldn't happen. It was fucking. That was like, if Kurt Cobain was already dead, this kid was born. How does that work? That doesn't seem to work. And he was just making syllables that made words, and I was like, what? This is not possible. You're a baby. And like I'm realizing that like to him or to like kids like a little older than him, there's gonna be people that like when they're in their 50s, like, you know, every time I need some strength, I just look at the lyrics of Korn. And, you know, when I need strength, I just think I go boom da boom da, and then I feel better. I feel better about myself. It's summertime. Someone should tell your city that. I was packing my clothes in Los Angeles, sweating balls, and I'd be like, I just need a shirt. And then I come up here and go, I need a fucking burqa. I need a fucking tauntaun to cut the fuck open and spend the night. Nerd reference number 1. Cheating is what that is. It's fucking cold. It sucks. It's not summertime. I like summertime. I like fucking pool parties. Pool parties are awesome. Do they still exist? I don't know. I haven't been invited to one in a long time. In San Francisco, no pool parties? Too cold, exactly. Pool parties are awesome. Here's the best part about a pool party is the simple act. It's the best joke you could ever do. Someone's standing near the edge of the pool. They don't want to go in the pool. You just push them in the pool, and that's the fucking. Then you're king of summer. You're the king of summer. At that point, they go away. Everyone's like, yeah! They hoist you away and give you a super soda. And like it's an awesome thing that I used to be able to do as a kid. And nowadays, if you do that to somebody now, it's not like a fucking like, oh, I'm all wet. Now it's like, oh, everything is gone. My phone numbers, my music, my 15 years ago, a guy would be like, oh, my LA lights stopped blinking. That's that crystal Pepsi. I told a story earlier today, and I think now that I'll tell it again because Metallica's playing in a little bit. And Metallica was my first concert ever. I was scared, I was 9, and I was just frightened the entire time. When, in the beginning of the song 1, when I started hearing war sounds, I thought the war was happening. And then I fucking saw guys headbanging. One guy didn't like the other way, the guy was headbanging, punched him out. And I was like, I'm in. And then they started wearing like Gucci clothes, and I was like, I'm out. And here's something that I felt betrayed by, is that they worked really hard to destroy music and sue the pants off their fans, which were 15-year-old kids. That's something they did. And this is one weird thing that happened when I was living in Los Angeles, and this is a true story. I was at a party, and Lars Ulrich was there. Lars Ulrich, the drummer of Metallica, the guy with the hairline that starts in the back, and an art connoisseur. And Lars Ulrich was there, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Lars Ulrich is fucking so awesome. I love this guy growing up, and he's there, and he's doing what I can only refer to as a mountain of white drugs. A mountain of it. It was cocaine, and in case you didn't get that vague reference of white drugs, it was just a mountain of cocaine. And don't do cocaine, you will turn into like Lars Ulrich. And I don't mean like, like a guy like him. I mean, you will turn into him in a weird werewolf situation. Full moon, you do a line, and you just start doing simple beats. And I was like, this is crazy, and I didn't really want to talk to him, and because I didn't want to ruin any kind of idea I had of him. But then he starts talking about this song. He's like, there's just a song. It's really good. Hey, does this computer go online? And everyone was like, yeah, it's a fucking computer. What else are they good for? Every time my internet's out, I go, what the fuck did I have this thing for? Why did I spend all this money? Solitaire. Minesweep. PC. I hate my computer with its own internet. And like everyone's like, yeah, it's a fucking computer. It's on the internet. He's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna download the song then. Lars Ulrich said he was gonna download the song without using iTunes. Lars Ulrich was gonna hop on Kazaa. It was Kazaa at the time. And not pay for a song that he was going to use in a social situation. Fuck the what? Fuck that. He notices that everyone, what you're feeling right now, because this is the guy that tried to ruin music. This is the guy that tried to make it so any kid that wanted to hear his band wasn't going to be able to. And then he's like saying, and then he notices everyone's kind of, oh, that's kind of weird, that's shitty. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I have an ultimate hall pass when it comes to that kind of thing. Fuck you, what's that? You're an adult, don't say that thing. And 2, no you fucking don't. If anybody has it, it's not you, you piece of shit. That's like if Hitler, do you need more? That's like if Hitler downloaded a modest Yahoo track. I'm going to tell you one last thing. It's similar situation. I was at a party, and this isn't me named. I don't like to find myself at parties where these people are at. I don't like that. I'm the kind of guy that likes to go to a bar only if there's a sad man by himself staring at a napkin. That's my favorite kind of bar. There's a guy that's lost hope. I'm drinking there. And I was at a party, and Courtney Love was there. And I was like, I guess I'm the worst person in the world because I'm a guy at a party with Courtney Love. Oh! Kurt Cobain's ghost! Ghost! Here's what happened. It's I'll hold the mic. I'll choke up. Should I choke up on the mic? Baseball. I was at a party there, she was. I was fucking bummed to be in the same room as her. I excused myself. Me and some other 20-somethings start playing Truth or Dare because we're adults. And we were playing it, and me and my friend are just trying to like make it so we can like help each other out. Like, hey, you asked her to make out with me, I'll ask her to make out with you. Come on, Truth or Dare, let's do it. We're adults. And so like we're playing, and like I'm getting really drunk, we're having a blast, and then I see Courtney Love walking by through the kitchen, and in like a drunken, jokey Tourette's moment, I go, "Hey, Courtney Love, you went in on this game of Truth or Dare?" And before I could turn to my friends and go, "Did you see what I said to Courtney Love? Did you see what I did? I'm the fucking master." She says, "Okay," and then fucking saunters up to the fucking table like a shitty walrus. Let's fucking belly up. And then so it's like, it's the first person, she's like the last person to join the game, so it's her, she has to be asked. So this girl goes, okay, Courtney Love. Truth or Dare? And everyone's like, we're too old for this, it's so weird, Courtney Love. And then Courtney Love goes, oh, okay, Truth. And everyone goes, oh, shit. Oh, fuck, really? Truth, all right. Okay, true. And then we all start kind of like zeroing in on the girl going, oh, fucking ask her. Just fucking ask her. You have this opportunity to find anyone who's a fan of music in general would want to know if she knows anything, if she had anything to do with anything. Like, because the thing is, she can't lie. It's Truth or Dare. I get the whole reason of having the game. And like, it's like everyone's like, oh, fucking, everyone's kicking her under the table, and she's like half flustered. She's like, who is the best person you ever had sex with? Oh, fuck you. Turns out it's Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. Kind of interesting. It's probably into like robot sex and stuff, you know? Paint the walls black. And then like, everyone's like, that's fine, I guess so. And then she's like, then it's Courtney Love's turn, and everyone's kind of bummed out at this point because of this fucking build-up. And then Courtney Love's like, asks the girl, Truth or Dare? The girl goes, Trip. And then Courtney Love's like, when did you know your first dream died? Oh, what? How can you continue to be shitty all the time? That's gotta be a lot of energy to do that, just to constantly be a horrible thing. And then everyone at the table just goes, fuck this game, fuck this party, and then we all start walking away, and I go up to the girl who asked Courtney Love, I was like, what the fuck is your problem? What is wrong with you? She's like, what are you talking about? If you can't tell, she said. So what are you talking about? I was like, you had the opportunity, you had this fucking window, why didn't you utilize that? And she's like, well, you really expect me to answer that question? And I said, even if Courtney Love had said dare, you should have said, I dare you to tell us you killed Kurt Cobain.